Good morning, you guys, and happy Saturday. It is Amanda and Barron with Kicking Cancer Cares on KSLM Radio, 104.3 FM and 1220 AM. Our sponsor for this first half is Oddmost Pizza. Absolutely amazing pizza. You can go a healthy route with them, or you can go with the classic route and do your pepperoni and all those things and have it completely loaded with meat lovers and all the good stuff. Or you could do a cauliflower crust with the green monster, with artichoke hearts. They've got vegetarian options as well. Yeah, so many things. And then their wings are phenomenal. They've actually won Best of Willamette Valley for these wings in particular. And they've got barbecue, buffalo, sweet Asian, garlic parmesan, mango habanero, hurts twice, deliciously hot.
Let that name sink in for a second.
Nashville. Yes, Hitch Nashville, which isn't on there yet, on their website yet. And so they've got awesome things. Appetizers are potato poppers, chicken strips, cheesy garlic bread, mojos, boneless wings, donut dunkers. I mean, the list goes on. They're not just pizza. They've got salad and pastas
and you're a huge fan of the potato poppers.
Oh my gosh, they're so good. And what I love most about them is that they're not deep fried. They're baked and they're just so good and full of flavor. Oh, yeah. I need to get some of those.
Yeah.
Those were good. Those were really good.
Well, we had a great guest last week.
Yes, Russ.
And then Russ, do you know Russ Hedge, Jordan?
I don't.
Okay.
Sounds like I should.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to introduce, we have a great guest this week with Jordan Hill. We're going to get more into what Jordan does here in the community, but Russ is very involved in lots of things throughout the community. And
oh, yes.
And he had a book signing last Saturday.
Yes.
So we wanted him to come in and talk about the second book that he's written. And I don't know, did you see some of the pictures from the book signing that they had down there?
No, not yet.
So they had probably 8 different authors down there in Albany.
Oh, wow.
And he was one of them. And, he's a cancer survivor himself and a very drastic move when it started heading through his body, but his attitude has just kept him alive.
It really has. He's so inspiring with just his outlook on all things, and just he's so positive.
Yeah,
and it's a breath of fresh air for sure.
Well, he was a great guest to have come back
for
another time.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing we've been doing, Jordan, is we got this magazine. I found it at Safeway or someplace, and it's 100 disease-fighting foods. Ooh. And we just been kind of going through one at a time and just pointing out a different food that's inside of here. And this week is black tea.
Okay.
Are you a fan of tea?
Not really, except for when I'm sick. I try to drink it when I'm not feeling well and stuff like that.
Well, this points out that green tea tends to grab the headlines, but black tea is a powerful potable thanks to its flavonoids. Flavonoids have been shown to exhibit anti-inflammatory, anti-diabetic, anti-cancer, and neuroprotective activities.
Okay.
So the black teas, these flavonoids are really, really powerful for your body. Researchers are still trying to tease out how much tea you have to consume to get significant disease-fighting benefits. There's no doubt that a daily cup or 2 is good for you.
Okay.
So black tea is the food.
Yes, it is.
For today. But I met Jordan, oh my gosh, we met about 2 years ago, I think.
Yes, because I started Toastmasters just over 2 years ago.
Yeah. So I'd been involved with Toastmasters for a number of years, and we sat down and visited, and you were looking to get involved with Toastmasters.
Yes.
And I would say that what you've learned in Toastmasters has probably been very beneficial for other things that you do.
Oh my gosh, so beneficial.
Yeah.
I couldn't do half the things I do.
So tell us what you do. Tell us what you do in the community. What exactly does who is Jordan Hill?
Okay, all right. Well, I love our community. I love the Salem area, and because I am a multi-business owner, I love to learn from other people and how they run their businesses and balance life and just do everything that they do. So I try to find and surround myself with other business owners and professionals that are doing things better than me.
Yeah.
And also abundance mindset people. And I, of course, try to be this way as well for other people. But abundance mindset people give without expectation, and they are so willing to help. And of course, I need to do that myself as well. And so anyways, there are so many amazing business owners and professionals here. And so I try to get to know all of them.
Yeah.
And at least meet everybody one time. And it's, you never know like where things will lead, where what connection, and not just my connection with them. I love connecting others that should know someone else, try to connect them so that they can meet. And I just know the value of the connections, in-person events, those fundamental, basics, where it's in person, it's ask questions that aren't surfacey, that sort of a thing. So
you mentioned that you're a multi-business owner.
Mhm.
What are the businesses that you're involved with?
So they're all to do with real estate.
Okay.
I am a real estate agent. My husband and I are team leaders of Hilltop Property Group, a real estate team of 12 agents here.
Hilltop and
Mhm.
Jordan Hill, is there a reason for the connection there, or just happens?
There is a reason. I was trying to come up with a team name that, had our last name in it.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
it was fun.
Yeah.
And so I also run a different type of real estate team. It is anywhere in the United States can be on this team. And so that's for more solo agents that are independent and don't need like in-person stuff all the time. And I'm there when they call. I give them resources, live Zooms, that sort of a thing. So that's one I don't talk about a lot in here because it
doesn't really apply here.
Yeah. And then also, of course, my business just being a real estate agent, I run that totally different than leading a team.
Right.
So Jordan Hill real estate agent. So when people use me. And then the fourth one is I have my business owner, Jesse Pione. He and I are creating a real estate app. And that should be out soon. We've been working on it all year. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Plus, you do podcasting of your own.
Oh, yes. So yes. So Jesse, who owns Salem Business Journal, asked me to host his business podcast, which is called Dirt to Sky business podcast, which you've been on.
Yeah.
And so that is so exciting. I get to meet and learn about different business owners. It's how I get better every day, and I learn something or many somethings during each interview. So I feel really lucky. And so on Friday, I get to interview Cameron Haynes. And bow hunters and athletes know who he is.
Okay.
And he's been on Joe Rogan, and he's best friends with Jelly Roll.
And
he's an amazing human,
and he lives here in town?
Person. No, he lives somewhere in Oregon.
Oh, but he's going to come see you.
I will go to him.
You're going to go to him this time.
Yeah, yes. And he's written I'm reading his book again right now just to get ready. And yeah, he's an incredible human, very disciplined, which is my focus this year. In 2020, going into 2026, discipline is my focus. So I'm going to just dial myself in as much as possible. So he's very inspiring for that.
Cool.
Discipline. Yeah.
So I know that in 2018, I thought, wow, how could I create these little clinics people could come to? And so we would have like two speakers at these little clinics, and we did one a quarter for a number of years. And right before COVID, I think we had our best one with like 70 people that showed up at one of these things. And then since COVID, I was really having a hard time getting the buy-in from what we were doing. And then I noticed that you were doing some. When did you do your first one? When did you do your first clinic or summit, or what do you want to call it?
Yes. Well, the first one I did was different than Energize and Elevate, which I know we'll talk about. I wanted to, I did a social media summit. That was what it was called, the social media summit. That was the first large event that I had experience doing. There were 75 people there. And so to me, that was large because I've always done, masterminds with 10 people and this, So to me, I was like, okay. And the most important thing to me was, there was a few things. I didn't want anybody showing up and having it feel clinical, like in a conference room or in a hotel room. I did not want that. I don't like going to events like that. And so I said, okay, I don't want it feeling. So I rented a venue that was warm and inviting and lit nicely. And so that was the type of room that I picked. And I also wanted people to feel things and to the quote, people won't remember what you say, but they remember how you made them feel.
Right.
The same goes for events.
Oh, yeah.
Like, yes, people are going to walk away with some nuggets, and that's what you want. But you also want them to feel welcome.
Feel the energy of it.
Yes. And I also picked, I learned from this one, actually. I picked subject matter experts in this area for those topics. And then I did a post-event survey. And that's when I started learning, like, what type of person should be on the stage.
Okay.
How do I find somebody qualified, but also with good energy on a stage? Because it doesn't matter how qualified they are if no one wants to listen to them
Oh,
talk.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. And so
I've been to some where
Yes.
they have the information.
Yes.
And they're definitely qualified.
Yes.
And they are not very enjoyable to listen to.
Right. Yes. And by the way, anybody that knows that about themselves, just come to Toastmasters.
Yes.
Right.
Like it is an art form to learn how to articulate on stage and how to, get your energy the way that it should be.
So that people want to listen to what you talk about.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I learned from that. So then.
And when was your first one?
last-
How long ago was your first
That
one?
was about 2 years ago.
About 2 years ago. Okay.
Yeah. And so then this last January, I put on an event called Energize and Elevate.
Yep.
And it was 100 seats. It sold out and all 100 people came. There were no
Oh,
empty
wow.
seats. And what that one was is I wanted, because I'm passionate about health and wellness and mental health. And I'm also passionate about working and my job and my career. And so I wanted to put on an event where health and wellness subject matter experts were talking about balancing their businesses. So it was targeted for business owners
Okay.
to come and learn how to better find balance, how to incorporate more health and wellness, maybe be educated a little on mental health. And it had great reviews after I sent out the survey. And so I just had so much fun. I loved that event. And so I was like, you know what? We'll do it again.
Do it again.
So we're doing
Now,
it
if I
again.
remember, when you did that one, wasn't Jason Conrad one of your main speakers?
He was on a panel.
Oh,
Yes.
he was on a panel.
And he got really good feedback. People
Yeah.
wanted to hear more.
Because if you talk about
So-
mental health issues, he's a
He's a good one.
good one to
Yes.
talk to.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yep. And-
Doesn't discriminate.
Right, exactly. And he and I actually have the exact same mental health diagnosis. And so I, really connect with him.
That's
So,
cool.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So,
And then who else did you have at that one a year ago? Was
okay.
That would have been, was John Moore at that one?
Yep. John Moore. We had Allie. We had, Allie Virtue. Oh, and Devin Grogan's.
Okay.
And then Megan Egley and Devin were on a panel together.
Gotcha.
And then we had another panel with Portia Schubel, Alex Ferry, Jason Conrad, and somebody else.
Okay.
I feel really bad. But everything's online. Everything that we did, we have the photos and videos online. There was a few more people involved. And
Yeah.
So.
And I think that's interesting because you look at someone like, say, Alex Ferry,
Mm-hmm.
who not only does he have an insurance agency in town,
Yes.
but he does triathlons,
Mhm. Yep.
So you got to balance your physical side that you're doing
Yes.
with your work side.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And and I do the triathlons with Alex. So we do train together sometimes. And I really admire he has great discipline. So I love being around him and getting wisdom from him. But the keynote was a barber. So
That's
Yes.
right.
Yes.
Like he was a barber.
So that was the result of me thinking, okay, like I was looking at keynotes or trying to find a keynote speaker about health and wellness that was under $10,000. I couldn't find one.
Yeah.
And then I thought, it's for business owners, and it's for business owners that are trying to balance both. Who do I know that's a business owner of any kind that also balances health and wellness? And I was talking to Devin Grogan's about it. He has connected with both years keynotes. So
Okay.
he has wonderful connections. He's a great example too. But he said, I have this guy, Eric Talento, E.T. the barber. He cuts, NBA players' hair. Like he's kind of a celebrity barber with like 100,000 followers. But he's also a dad. He, of course, does a great job with his business. He is, he does speaking. And he said, and he's so disciplined with his fitness.
Okay.
And so if you look at his page, he has some workout videos that are like he's in the gym, he's working hard and inspiring people. And so that was enough for me. I was
Devin
like, yes.
would be the right guy to talk to when it comes to someone who can inspire with fitness.
Yes. And so he killed it. He did such a good job, great energy, and so much good advice. So when I told people I was having a barber give this speech, they were like, "You're what?
Come again?"
Like, I promise, like, it's going to be good.
Like, how are you going to tie a barber into this health and wellness conversation?
Yeah, I love kind of trying things, and sometimes they don't turn out well, of course, but I love trying things that are thinking outside the box and doing things that people say I shouldn't do or it's a bad idea.
Right.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
Right.
I'm like, watch me, and then sometimes it flops and sometimes it doesn't.
But if you don't try it, it doesn't, you'll never know.
Right.
Exactly.
You know? I remember that being at that one, and you had some tables set up with some vendors. I had some stuff there with kicking cancer.
Yep.
And just the energy inside that room, there was a lot of people there. And then you had food. There was a lunch as
we
well.
had lunch. Yep. Yeah.
So you did that one. Have you done more besides just the energized topic, or just that? Has that kind of been your focus, as the energized topic?
For that, I think we'll do it every year in January. So I've done other events, but that's the only topic for Energize and Elevate is the health and wellness.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what other events have you done?
Well, let's see. So the Social Media Summit, of course. Every year I do a holiday gala. So the last few years have been Roaring 20s.
Okay.
And that one, the last one had 100 people.
Okay.
It was like a week ago or so.
Pretty recently.
Yes, yeah. And there's another one that I'll be putting on with Jesse probably quarterly called the Modern Business Workshop.
Okay.
And so stay tuned for that. That'll be, of course, for business owners and entrepreneurs, but we're going to have like somebody that works in HR, somebody that is a CPA, like all marketing, like all of the elements of running a successful business. They will each speak on stage.
Oh, okay.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm so excited because I lost a lot of time and money when I started my business because I didn't know half of those things.
You don't know what you don't know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And so if anyone's thinking of starting a business or they have a struggling business, that's who should be at that one. So I'm excited about that.
Real value just to get insights from people
Yes.
on what to do with getting the business up and running.
Yes. And the same thing too, I will look for people that are very good at their job but are not a snooze to listen to. I love just energy. That's what I love.
Yeah. I mean, I was in corporate America for a number of years, and I think one of the most painful meetings I ever went to, it was actually the CEO of the company.
Yeah.
Right. So you would hope that the CEO would be a little better presentation. And it was 75 slides, graphs of all the different categories, right?
Yes.
Oh my.
And you are just fighting to stay awake because it's just data after data after data. And the reality is what they really want is inspiration. They want stories, you know?
Yes.
I was always told a long time ago that facts will tell, but stories will sell.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's how you feel when you leave the room. You know?
Exactly.
And so if you have someone up there that is just going on and on about all the data, it just gets old after so long.
Yes. And that's one thing that I've learned from Toastmasters. I mean, I've improved from Toastmasters, but I've also just learned so much. And one of them is record yourself on video and watch it back. Practice in the mirror.
Man.
Practice in front of your friends. I do that. I credit those things to my improvement because it's so hard watching myself give a 5-minute speech on video. And I do practice it in front of people, and in Toastmasters I practice things, and it's so valuable. So if somebody's like listening or watching this and you know that you're one of those people, if you want it bad enough, you can improve it. you just have to have other people's feedback.
And don't be
you
afraid
have
of the
to-
feedback.
Yeah. Oh,
that's-
you have to want it.
That's the hard part for most people is they don't want the feedback, right?
Yeah.
They don't want someone else giving any critiques.
It's painful.
Well, it is painful.
But that's how you learn.
Yeah. Yes.
It is.
Yeah.
And like you said, surround yourself with people that are better than you so that you can get better and then take their feedback when they give it to you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you find? I mean, obviously, real estate is kind of like your focus when it comes to the income side.
Yes.
But what do you find most gratifying about putting these seminars together?
I would say being able to learn personally, and I know that other people are also experiencing that growth.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I don't know how anyone couldn't, because being surrounded by like-minded individuals and some people that are farther along than us that inspire us, I just love that feeling. And the people that are in the room are like-minded. They're driven. They are passionate about their careers. They want to be better and healthier. Everybody's of the same mindset, or maybe they haven't been given the opportunity to be around people of that mindset, and it inspires them to take a step towards it. So it's just,
And there's a lot that show up that aren't used to being around other people like that.
Right.
So it's very beneficial
Yes.
to glean from others that are of that same mindset, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Very, very beneficial.
Oh, big time. Because I used to be of a totally different mindset, very scarcity, the way I was raised, our childhood impacts all of us, of course. And so when I was around somebody with abundance mindset for the first time, it was mind blowing. And I knew in my heart that this is the way it's supposed to be. I just had never experienced it. So
Well, and I don't know if you feel comfortable telling about your own journey, but I mean, you had it pretty rough for a while there, didn't you?
Yeah, I had 5 years where I was in a domestic violence marriage. I got married when I was 19 to somebody that was involved in drugs and selling them and doing them. And I will say he has given me permission to share the story.
Okay.
So I do talk about it, if somebody asks, because I know if he listens to it, he knows and he's approved it.
Right.
And the only reason I gave him that opportunity to give his blessing is because he's worked very hard on himself
I was just
over
going to
the
say,
years.
you must have turned a new leaf.
Yes, yeah. And so he's still on a journey, but he has worked very hard. And so I credit him for that. But those 5 years was abusive physically, all of the ways, but
and you had kids together.
Yes.
Right?
So Sophie and Anthony, I had them about a year and a half apart, and so they're now almost 13 and 14. And so I had them with Will, and he ended up signing away parental rights when he moved out of the state, and we didn't know if we'd see him again.
Okay.
And then, but I had started dating Mike, who I've known since I was 13, by the way, and we've been friends this whole time. So I started dating Mike about 11 years ago, and he ended up adopting them legally when they were 4 and 5.
Wow.
So, and then Will moved back to Oregon and had really worked hard, and so he does see them about once or twice a month.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
That's a
supervised.
beautiful story.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You went from a very difficult situation.
It was. It was very difficult. Yeah.
And then you and Mike have been together for 11 years. What inspired you and Mike to go into real estate?
Well,
because Mike had his own challenges too.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I thankfully had a wonderful childhood. Unfortunately, he had a very difficult one. And so he kind of just settled in life. He was working a job he didn't care for. I will say I never saw him read a book. I never saw him eat a new food. When I married him, he's obviously a wonderful person, but he's grown so much since when I married him. He's like a different guy, but he's just like so passionate about life. And it's been so fun to see. But anyways, I was working a retail corporate job. I was gone nights and weekends, and I didn't put my kids to bed at night, and I just never saw them. And Mike finally said, okay, enough is enough. You need a day job.
Change.
Yes. And so I put in a prayer request at church. If anybody knows of maybe a 9 to 5, as long as it pays, $19 an hour or more, that's what I have to get to pay the bills. And so somebody said eXp Realty Corporate so I wasn't licensed. eXp Corporate is hiring people to onboard agents. So I ended up working there for 4 years and got my license while I was there. And so then I stepped down to start the team with Mike because Mike had gotten licensed right before me to be my licensed assistant.
Gotcha.
And for while I was working my day job, the corporate job, that's where I was around the people that inspired me for the first time because I worked my way up to the president of the company, which is like 90,000 agents. So I was his executive assistant.
Yeah.
So I got to hear the way he talked with the other executives, and I was the note taker, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is wild.
Weren't used to hearing.
I had never changed my life, and so
I'm going to pause you because we're going to take a quick break. I'm so sorry, but huge shout out to Mike from Oddmost Pizza. If you guys are looking for a quick, easy lunch, don't want to cook, and just enjoy the day, enjoy the kids, and do all the things, then go order from Oddmost Pizza.